With a honk if you love Jesus, sticker on the bumper of her car.
Hey, welcome back to Pagitt Radio. Our final segment of the first hour is normally a lament. It's a public cry. It's a shout out to one another, to God, to the cosmos.
Yes.
There are things in this world that are not the way they're supposed to be.
No,
there are things in this world that we know are underdeveloped. There are things in this world that we know are broken. There are things in this world that we know have been corrupted. We know that there are things in this world that have the shadowy side overcoming all the light. Mm-hmm. And we have choices to make in our world. We do. Are we going to live with that? Are we going to be satisfied with that?
No!
Are we going to do something about it? Are we going to be people who want to make the world different?
Yes, yes, yes.
So there's times on this radio program when it's just not right. And then there are times when we know this is what we have to do.
Yes.
We have to cry out.
We do.
That there are things in this world that are broken.
We have to release it.
And in good Minnesotan fashion, we give that a Cripes and a come on. And you got to be kidding me. A shout out.
Yes.
It's not on the list today, but I think one of those is doing your radio program with sunglasses on. Fall into that inside.
Yeah.
Free tell.
Right.
Inside. All right. So the Cripes for this week goes out to the entire experience of having to buy pants. Gosh. Anybody who's bought a pair of pants, I'm telling you, like in the last 6 months, 9 months, year, is still a little traumatized by the whole experience.
And I'm sure being 7'10" like you are, that it's a little bit more traumatizing.
Thank you for pointing that out. We live in a sizes society that tells people of my body size.
That's right.
You should shop over there. Or better yet, stay home and order it online.
Yeah, chubby. Stay home and order it through Amazon. Don't walk into our store with your
You wait 2
size.
days, and then when it doesn't fit, you pack it back up and take it to the UPS store.
That's what you get for being bigger.
I'm telling you, I have lost a little weight in the last month, and so I've had to buy new pants. And I'm not a complicated person. Jeans are good enough. Jeans are fine. It's not like I'm out trying to find exclusive fashion wear.
Yeah, no one would peg you with that.
Thank you. Buying a pair of pants is an incredibly difficult task.
You know what I hate about buying pants?
I think stores could make it. I don't know what they should do. I haven't decided to set aside my time to crack the code on how to. But stacking them up in kind of almost random order, maybe related to the waist size.
Yeah.
And kind of style, and then having to dig through the stack of pants to try to find. I'm looking for 38 waist, 34 inseams.
Yeah.
Digging through, and they're always on the bottom.
Right. Yeah. The larger waist sizes are on the bottom shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tubby, you've got to bend over.
Yeah. Because I'll tell you what you don't want out of me is me 45 minutes into my shopping experience with myself bent over at the waist, my head below my hips.
With a plumber smile for the whole store.
I'm trying to find pants, so something is obviously not the way I want it to be.
Anyway.
And there my head is now down below, and now I'm getting sweaty because when you're shopping, I've got my jacket on because it feels odd to take it off and lay it over the counter. So there I am with my winter coat on, bent down at these stores, digging through these stacks of pants, and then feeling a slightly bit guilty when I have disrupted all of the folding job that somebody does.
Yeah, you feel guilty because now,
the whole thing, the whole, and then you find a pair of pants you think are going to fit, and then you get into the dressing room, and here, right, especially shopping in the winter, you have to take your coat off, you got to take your cap off, you got to take your shoes off, like the whole thing, right? It's a big commitment to try on a pair of pants.
Wool socks, long underwear.
I got to take my underwear off because you can't buy a pair of pants if you're not, if you can't wear them without skivvies. Do you not try pants on? Is that just me?
Cue the sound of a needle zipping across the record.
So then you try this pair of pants, and then you have to say to yourself, seriously, this is nothing like the last 4 pair of pants. It is just.
Now, some people are going to say, some stores will hang them vertically on a rack. But let me tell you, skinny people, that's only for the skinnies.
That's only for the skinnies. No. I'm telling you, the 38s, the 36s, the 40s.
Yeah, the Zaftig.
Buried. Yes. So just the whole experience of trying to buy pants.
I'm so with you, bro.
Oh, Cripes. It's unbelievable. All right, so the come on. This morning I was watching the Republican presidential debate.
Sorry to hear that.
That whole thing. second hour. Stick with me. We're gonna go through that. But this commercial came on. It's the nature commercial, if we could, Will. So this commercial comes on, and after I watched it, I rewound it and then recorded the audio from it. What I noticed out of the corner of my eye was these scenes of planet things, explosions of volcanoes and tidal waves and bridges collapsing. And here's the audio: a woman's voice speaking as Mother Nature is how this commercial is going to go. It's 30 seconds long. And they're setting up a show at the Science Museum about nature. But what they do is they put Mother Nature as like a temperamental woman that's got like issues, because she's been overly stressed. Oh. Okay, so Will, could you play the bit?
I'm sorry. I know I've been a little cranky. Sometimes I get upset.
Fire.
And I lash out. I know I shouldn't take it out on you, but I've been under a lot of stress.
Experience Nature Unleashed, an up-close exhibit of Mother Nature's temperamental side, only at the Science Museum.
I mean, it's insulting at a variety of levels, this commercial. I am sitting there saying to myself, oh, come on. Like they're basically saying, when you get a bad storm, that's like a woman being temperamental. And I'm thinking to myself, the women have got to go berserk at this. And then it's like, you know why all that's happening? Do you know why there's tornadoes? Do you know why there's tsunamis? Do you know why there's volcanoes? Because the earth is under stress. No, it's not. It's because that's all the good natural stuff that makes the earth. Like, it's not because she's under stress. The whole thing.
I don't know about anybody else, but...
come on.
I think Mother Nature sounds a little hot in that video.
You're kind of in love with nature? If she called you up? All right, so then you got to be kidding me. What's the commercial that comes on right after that when I was struck by it? This one for The Voice. This one for The Voice. Do you know this TV show? It's where 4 judges listen to somebody sing without seeing who they are, and then based on their voice. Mm-hmm. So here's the commercial for this. Like, if they couldn't overplay the... okay, so go ahead, Will. Here's the commercial for The Voice. Ominous.
The blind auditions. It's like Christmas morning, man. You're sitting there and you have no idea what's about to happen on that stage behind you.
You're just waiting on pins and needles for what those first few notes sound like.
It's something that separates them from anybody else on the planet.
It's the essence of what The Voice is.
The world will definitely be watching.
The world is definitely going to be watching. We're sitting on pins and needles. It's like Christmas morning. This is the greatest thing. It's a TV show, for the love of it all.
All morning, pastors all across the country have been trying to replicate that intensity as they're closing the deal on their sermons.
I mean, if you just listen to the audio of that, you say to yourself, seriously?
Yeah.
So, like, Mother Nature is this temperamental woman that's just taking it out on people because she's been overly stressed.
And the most important thing in the universe is...
The Voice, because I mean it's just and I thought to myself, that's the ultimate of we don't have to have a world like this.
We don't.
We can have a world in which there's a much better story being told, and the bigger pants can be on the top.
Yes,
like there's some changes that can come in this world. So stick with us in segment 2. We're going to encourage people to be people of the right on.
Go into those clothes stores, take those pants off the shelves, create a ruckus
because we have choices to make in this world.
That's right.
Doug Pagitt Radio, AM 950, and DougPagittRadio.com. Back after the break.
Hey, Norman Goldman here, and I'm serving up